Good morning. It's wonderful to be here with you as we launch a new academic year and kick off the celebration of NAU's 125th anniversary. We have over 400 people here today and 500 and counting online. Not that I care too much about crowd sizes, but this is fantastic. Let's give a round of applause. So today, as always, we'll reflect on our accomplishments and draw energy for the challenges to come, confident in our university's remarkable ability to reinvent, adapt, and excel. When I started writing this speech, I was determined that it would not be another 45-minute convocation. So I beg you to think about this as 3 short back-to-back 15-minute speeches. Now, before we take a look at the year that was and the year that will be, I thought it'd be good to contextualize our current work against the historical arc of our university. To this end, I'll walk you through a summary of our 4 distinct 30-year eras that encapsulate our 125-year history. Consider this JL's Eras Tour. Mindful of time, I will be swift. The first era, which I am calling the era of adaptation and resourcefulness from 1899 to 1930, began with Northern Arizona Normal School's primary mission to train teachers for the Arizona territory. During this time, the institution faced the Great Depression, the complexities of navigating statehood, State 48, and the difficulty of luring wayward bears out of the dining room and adventurous cows down the stairs of Old Main. In all instances, NAU responded with remarkable adaptability, employing creative strategies like bartering with the local community and offering flexible payment plans, including accepting goods in lieu of tuition. And I have a couple of quick anecdotes here. During that era, President Gamage announced that the dining hall would accept some fresh garden produce and other edibles in payment for tuition and expenses. And Elsie Macaulay of Flagstaff responded by paying her way with several wagon loads of potatoes. Rolf Larson from Lakeside lacked money even for the modest fees, and when he came to the campus, he brought with him his pet dairy cow, Cordera, who produced 15 quarts of milk daily that Rolf sold at 12 cents each, thus financing his education. That's the lumberjack spirit. The second era, the era of expansion and broadening from 1931 to 1960, these are all approximate dates, began with the recognition that the institution's mission needed to grow beyond its original focus on teacher training. This period was marked by a surge in enrollment driven by the GI Bill and had plenty of football drama, including one memorable game at which the students lured away the opponent's mascot, a live mule, only to have it found tied to a faculty member's car the next morning. In response, Northern Arizona Normal School expanded its academic offerings to include programs in business, science, and the liberal arts, and I presume, I don't have evidence for this, but that they also adopted their first student code of conduct. The third era, the era of space and place from 61 to 90, began with Arizona State College's need to expand both physically and academically to support its growing role as a comprehensive university. In 1966, the institution was renamed Northern Arizona University, NAU, and went on to introduce doctoral programs, establish research centers, expand partnerships with community colleges statewide, launch NAU Yuma, and build residence halls, science labs, and a modern library. NAU also continued its tradition of weathering animal antics when in the 1980s, allegedly, I have it in my notes but couldn't go find the source afterwards, but I needed it as a rhetorical device. So. NAU also continues tradition of weathering animal antics, allegedly in the 1980s, when in the 1980s, a deer wandered into the library during finals, unleashing quite a commotion. The fourth era, the era of growth and resilience from 1991 to 2020, found NAU strategically expanding graduate programs and building research capacity in emerging areas of strength, such as genomics, environmental sciences, and health equity. This led to the establishment of robust centers and institutes with lasting global impact. Additionally, NAU expanded its statewide presence by integrating advanced online education programs, making learning more accessible to students across Arizona and beyond, and becoming nationally recognized leader in online programming. Another key milestone was the development of the Phoenix Bioscience Corps, positioning NAU as a leader in health professions education for the state. These accomplishments were achieved against the backdrop of significant state disinvestment and the peculiar campus traffic jams caused by food delivery robots that to this day, and I'm sure you've experienced this, unexpectedly go from exhibiting polite road manners 1 second to unexpected episodes of road rage the next. As this era ended, the university faced the unprecedented challenge of the COVID-19 pandemic, which tested its resilience, but also highlighted its ability to adapt quickly and continue supporting students through innovative approaches, truly embodying the era's focus on growth and resilience. Clearly, throughout our 125-year history, NAU has consistently risen to the challenges of its time. In each era, NAU's commitment to creativity, resilience, and its mission has been unwavering, leading the institution to overcome obstacles and seize opportunities with a remarkable community of educators, scholars, and advocates. Now, as we turn the page to the fifth era in NAU's storied history, we find ourselves not just reflecting on our past, but actively shaping our future. Predicting the future is a notoriously tricky endeavor, and history is littered with examples of even the brightest minds getting it wrong. In 1943, Thomas Watson, then chairman of IBM, famously said he saw a global market for maybe 5 computers. You may not know this, but I am wearing 5 computers right now. Decades later, Bill Gates, NAU class of 23, honorary doctorate, predicted that 640 kilobytes of memory would be enough for anyone. Right now it's about 64 gigabytes, so it's only off by a factor of 100,000. Well, this has really been classified as an urban legend, but you know, alternative facts. Nevertheless, by examining the trends and challenges of today and knowing what our university community is capable of with humility, I can offer a thoughtful prediction of how 125 years from now, someone or something, if the machines take over, looking back at our history, will describe our fifth era, the era of impact and innovation. It would go something like this. The fifth era, the era of impact and innovation, 2021 to 2050, began with NAU's strategic pivot to address the seismic shifts in higher education and societal demands that emerged in the early 2020s. This era was characterized by the university's relentless focus on delivering equitable post-secondary value and the successful integration of bears, cows, mules, deer, robots, and AIs into the teaching and learning environment. By implementing an evergreen strategic roadmap elevating excellence, NAU effectively pursued long-term goals while adapting in real time to evolving circumstances. Central to this success was the early adoption of strategic finance, which optimized resource allocation and maximized the university's impact despite fluctuating financial landscapes. Throughout this era, NAU embraced technological advancements, particularly in AI and digital platforms, while addressing demographic shifts, declining state funding, and increasing competition for students, launching a world-renowned College of Medicine and transforming the Mountain Campus through the build-out of a smart campus plan, awarding more than 250,000 people with valuable degrees and achieving carbon neutrality. The university's unwavering commitment to equity, accessibility, and sustainability, coupled with innovative approaches to global challenges, solidified its leadership in higher education as it became known as the nation's preeminent engine of opportunity, vehicle of economic mobility, and driver of social impact. José Luis Cruz Rivera served as president of NAU from 2021 to 2044. Having timed his retirement just right to become NAU's longest serving president, one day longer than the other JL, J. Lawrence Walkup. Those who knew him best would say he was very mindful and very demure. So how confident am I in this prediction? I am uber confident and full of swagger because we are off to such a great start. Later today, we will share the second Strategic Roadmap Annual Report, which documents dozens of examples of how we are advancing our mission and crystallizing our vision across each of our 7 strategic priorities. In the meantime, for now, I offer but a few high-level points of pride, knowing there are countless others that would more than fill our time together, and ask for your help in celebrating our work. So how will we celebrate the achievements registered thus far? Well, when I say that's the new, I want you to say NAU. For example, if I say since 2021, we have elevated our national reputation, followed by that's the new, you say NAU. All right, I'll give you a hand signal to keep us in sync, okay? So here we go. We're going to go through the 7 strategic priorities, a handful of points of pride. Much work will be left unsaid, but will be shared later today in our annual report. Academic excellence. Since 2021, we have expanded and enriched our academic offerings, ensuring that our students receive a top-tier education that prepares them for success in an ever-changing world. That's the new. We are deep in the implementation of the new General Studies curriculum, which includes the introduction of over 60 new courses designed to offer relevant and expansive pathways for our students. We're optimizing our academic program portfolio through a collaborative process, which has resulted in program discontinuations, consolidations, and launches that are aligned with today's student and workforce needs. Our curriculum is being made 100% career-ready through a signature initiative that will power our graduates to careers of consequence. And we have made significant progress in reducing curricular complexity across the university to benefit our students' academic journeys. This effort has directly impacted over 500 courses, making it easier for students to navigate their time here at NAU and complete their degrees on time. This is a very important initiative that we need to continue and accelerate our efforts with because of its importance to advancing our mission. Our commitment to providing equitable access was further demonstrated by our leadership in the Arizona Attainment Alliance, A++, a collaboration with community colleges aimed at better serving our collective 280,000 students and increasing educational attainment across the state. Our efforts to meet the healthcare needs of the state are embodied in our work to establish the College of Medicine at NAU and the continued evolution and elevation of our College of Nursing and College of Health and Human Services, which are propelling graduates into much-needed fields that benefit our communities. Student success. Since 2021, we have prioritized student success, increasing access, retention, and graduation rates, while enhancing the overall student experience through a comprehensive support system. That's the new. We achieved record enrollment numbers in Fall 22 and Fall 23. In response to last year's call for an all-hands-on-deck, relentless welcome approach towards increasing academic momentum, we have seen a substantial increase in student retention across the board. My thanks to the dedicated faculty and staff contributing to this vital work day in and day out. Let's give that a big round of applause. We have not only increased retention, we have increased graduation rates. That's what happens when you focus. We said it was the year of relentless welcome, and the numbers that had been stagnant are trending upward quickly. We have made remarkable progress in graduation rates with our 6-year graduation rate for those who started as NAU freshmen, exceeding 61%, well above last year's mark of 56.9%. NAU's efforts to broaden access and improve the student experience have also been recognized nationally. In fall 23, we welcomed the largest number of first-year Arizona resident students in NAU's history, with nearly half benefiting from the Access to Excellence tuition program. And as a proud Hispanic serving institution, I'm so pleased to share that we will be getting our first Title V HSI grant of $3 million later this year to propel first-year retention and belonging among this growing sector of our student population. And as a testament to the link between academic excellence and student success, NAU is proud to be ranked in the top tier for economic mobility among institutions in the United States, with students achieving positive return on their educational investment in under 3 years. This is a big deal. We're not just admitting and graduating students, but through our academic excellence, we are propelling them to lives of prosperity and success thanks to the enduring value and quality of an NAU degree. Commitment to indigenous peoples. Since 2021, we have deepened our commitment to indigenous peoples, fostering educational opportunities and partnerships that honor and elevate indigenous knowledge and culture. That's the new. Our general studies curriculum has an embedded indigenous perspectives component that leverages our faculty's expertise and broadens the perspectives of our students. We celebrated a decade of impact through the Native American Cultural Center, which serves over 10,000 students annually and hosted more than 465 events last year. NAU's dedication to indigenous education has earned national recognition as we ranked 8th in the nation for awarding bachelor's degrees and 6th for master's degrees to Native American students. Fueled by a $10 million investment from the Mellon Foundation and the NAU Foundation, the 7 Generations Initiatives program is supporting and advancing indigenous knowledge, culture, and leadership across the university, including coursework, faculty support, and partnership development. And our work through the $30 million NSF Center for Braiding Indigenous Knowledges and Science is further infusing indigenous knowledges and perspectives into our scholarship and teaching like no other institution in the country. Impactful scholarship. Since 2021, we have driven impactful scholarship, achieving record-breaking research growth and advancing knowledge that addresses critical regional, national, and global challenges. That's the new. Our commitment to fostering student involvement in research has seen remarkable growth. In 2024, we engaged nearly 1,300 students in research activities, highlighted by a 46% increase in student presentations at the undergraduate symposium. Yes. Our engagement with regional, national, and global issues has seen our faculty across disciplines recognized for their scholarly excellence. And as we have doubled down on the central importance of the teacher-scholar-faculty model, we have seen not only gains in student research participation and success, but also have registered a record-breaking $77.5 million in research expenditures for the fiscal year 2023. And as we all know, in 2025, NAU will achieve R1 status because of how we pursue scholarship, teaching excellence, and regional and global service and impact in all of our endeavors. A big round of applause to our scholars. Mission-driven and diverse faculty and staff. Since 2021, we have invested in our faculty and staff, fostering a diverse and inclusive workforce committed to excellence in teaching, research, and service. That's the new. The introduction of a new teaching professor track reflects our commitment to recognizing and supporting those who play a crucial role in advancing student success. The Future Faculty Fellows Initiative brought us teacher scholars with expertise to support the new General Studies program, Inclusive Perspectives. The first year together on Inclusive Excellence in Teaching initiatives underscore our commitment to teaching excellence at NAU and supporting equitable student success academic excellence, and the development of an exceptional mission-driven faculty. We have raised key faculty-related policies, revised key faculty-related policies, including the conditions of faculty service, faculty workload practices, and salary market benchmarking to ensure equity and fairness across the institution. Our staff performance management process was recently overhauled as a continued effort in our new NAU Workplace initiative to make NAU an exceptional, people-first workplace, supported by True Blue Summer Fridays. I missed them already. Volunteer hours, the opening of the Early Learning and Development Center, and other impactful policies. Investments in our people have been significant, with a 10% salary increase initiative over 3 years, resulting in approximately $30 million in salary adjustments since 2022, supplemented by additional classification, merit, and equity adjustments to compensation that have been a priority for our people-first philosophy since 2021. Community engagement. Since 2021, we have built meaningful connections with alumni, local communities, and industry partners to enhance the NAU experience and extend our impact beyond the campus. That's the new. We launched the Acts of Service digital platform to better coordinate volunteer opportunities among NAU employees and students, resulting in nearly 2,000 hours of service activities. Our commitment to student success was evident as we hosted over 15 career fairs, connecting more than 4,800 students with 470 unique employers and enhancing career prospects for our graduates. Our alumni community continues to play a vital role in our university's mission. We engaged 608 alumni as mentors, chapter leaders, and speakers, while over 8,400 alumni actively empowered students and contributed to NAU's exceptional education. Our commitment to educating our community about the value of higher education is evident through numerous initiatives like NAU Day, Tu Conexión in partnership with Univision, Fax, Gear Up, and more. Sustainable stewardship of resources. Since 2021, we have ensured the sustainable stewardship of our resources, securing our financial health and investing in initiatives that support our long-term vision for the university. That's the new. We have prioritized workforce retention and development, ensuring that our staff and faculty are equipped to contribute effectively to our mission. Our commitment to sustainability was demonstrated through our Smart, Sustainable, Comprehensive Campus Master Plan, which emphasizes student success, inclusivity, and sustainability while providing a framework for our capital investments in facilities. Our dedication to sustainable practices has been recognized with the Gold Stars rating, reflecting our progress and significant national leadership toward long-term sustainability goals. Our financials are strong. Net position is at record levels, liquidity is robust, and credit ratings and outlooks by Moody's and S&P are stable. On the fundraising front, we achieved a record-breaking $121.5 million in private support from 2022 to 2024. And when I say record-breaking, I mean we crushed previous fundraising records. By how much, you ask? By more than $80 million compared to our second best ever 3-year period. $80 million over 3 years. That speaks to the work we are all doing together, to the message we're sharing with our communities, and to the impact that we're having with our students and our research endeavors. So, the year that will be. Enough about what we've done. It's always, what have you done for me lately, right? That's how it feels every time I meet with the board. These achievements that we've just discussed are not just milestones, they are the foundation upon which we will build the next chapter of our journey, our fifth era, the era of impact and innovation, 2021 to 2050. To maintain our momentum, we must ensure that our financial foundation remains strong and becomes increasingly resilient. And this, I say to all of you here today, will be the focus of the year that will be. Last year, the year of relentless welcome. This year, the year of strategic finance. For most of our history, NAU has relied heavily on funding from the state of Arizona, as you would expect to be the case for a state university. However, over the years, the level of state support has decreased significantly. Today, that contribution represents less than 25% of our annual revenue, a drastic decline from previous decades, pushing us into being what higher ed wonks call a state-affiliated university, different from a state university. Our sister institutions, ASU and U of A, have already moved from state-affiliated into the so-called state-situated category, where state funding makes up an even smaller portion of their revenue streams. Yes, our sister institutions, by virtue of their geography and proximity to industry, their missions, their endowments, and political connections, have access to more diverse and higher capacity revenue streams than NAU. But despite these advantages, the lack of state support has led to a greater reliance on growth and external funding at these institutions, which has brought its own set of challenges. Indeed, we're all painfully aware that U of A has faced significant budget challenges recently, highlighting the difficulties of managing finances in this new reality where state support is minimal. Of course, it doesn't have to be this way. In the last two universities I served in New York and California, the state investments were in the 50 to 60% range of institutional budgets. We have to work really hard to demonstrate our value so that the state will once again view public higher education as a public good, not just as a private good. We have our work cut out for us. But in the short term, it is what it is. And even as we continue to work hard to increase state investment, we risk transitioning into the state-situated category. Sometimes it feels like we are knee-deep in the state-harassed category, but I digress. This, along with ever-increasing operational costs in areas ranging from city water rates to healthcare premiums, presents a clear and future danger to NAU's ability to fully and faithfully advance our mission. And so it is that this year must be the year of strategic finance, the year during which we leverage we have a strong financial position now, so we have the luxury of planning and being proactive to make sure that we can be resilient in terms of our financial health moving forward. Because our position is strong, but it is fragile, because we don't control all of the variables. As the year of strategic finance, we will be looking to make decisions and investments needed to sustain our mission for the future, for the long term, rather than primarily focusing, as we do now, as most higher institutions do now, on a sense and response strategy, year-to-year budgeting process. To this end, in the years ahead, even as we continue to gain momentum with our elevating excellence, the 7 strategic priorities, we will prioritize our work along 4 distinct areas of strategic finance. 1, sharpening our focus. We can't be everything to everybody. The Elevating Excellence Strategic Roadmap will continue to give us a clear path to success through 2030 and beyond. Looking ahead, the University Strategy Advisory Board will help refine our focus and develop vision-level goals and success indicators that will guide us well as we continue to reach higher. We will also align other existing plans and initiatives with Elevating Excellence to clarify how our efforts, say, in advancing our race enrollment management plan and our Smart Campus Master Plan are interconnected with Elevating Excellence, so we can really focus on the things that give us the best returns. This will allow us to harness the power of our collective work in better ways. Two, the second key element of strategic finance priority for this year is investing in impact. To maximize return on investment, we need to optimize our organizational structures, infrastructure use, and individual efforts. With over half of our expenses tied to payroll, university-wide, it's 96% in academic affairs, just to give you a sense. It's crucial to focus our time, talent, and energy on advancing our mission. Consider this. Redirecting just 10% of our university's efforts to higher ROI initiatives, primarily recruiting, retaining, and graduating students, could unlock over $43 million in new investments. Of course, this requires that we figure out the 10% of things that we're going to stop doing. Instead of doing more with less, we must do more of what matters most, investing in impact. This may require shifting away from lower impact activities to focus on what truly sustains our mission and institutional success. By sunsetting work that cannot be justified from an outcomes perspective, we will ensure that every initiative we pursue significantly advances our vision. By aligning our efforts with our goals, we contribute to generating the revenue necessary to sustain NAU's excellence and impact. And by growing talent through professional development and local leadership searches, we will retain and develop the people we need to succeed. The third element of strategic finance, raising revenue. Securing additional revenue streams is crucial as we navigate a landscape of decreasing state funding. We will intensify our efforts to secure public investments, as I said earlier. We will launch a comprehensive fundraising campaign to take the great fundraising momentum we have to the next level, and we will maximize our capture of facilities and administrative grant revenue. With our students and their families contributing 50% of our annual revenue, optimizing our enrollment mix is vital, and it is the responsible thing to do. So even as we work to be Arizona's institution of choice, we will explore joining the Common App to boost out-of-state enrollment, expand our international recruitment efforts, and recalibrate tuition and fees to align with market conditions while ensuring financial aid for the neediest students. These strategies are essential for sustaining NAU's long-term financial health and continuing to attract a diverse and talented student body. The fourth and final element of strategic finance is cost containment. Cost containment is key for our financial strategy. By strengthening controls on vacant positions and operational costs, we can direct resources toward high priority investments, particularly in our people. People first. Every dollar saved here can be reinvested in enhancing our workplace and supporting the initiatives that matter most. Now, this is an all-hands endeavor, just like Relentless Welcome was last year, and we saw the great results. And we need every member of our talented and dedicated Lumberjack community to devote as much passion and enthusiasm for the work they do as they did on their first day in this majestic campus. And when I say all hands on deck, I mean it. We have an amazing faculty and staff. Our achievements during the past 3 years make this evident. So make no mistake about that. But I've been in higher ed for 70% of my life, when you count my student years. And I know that not everyone pulls their own weight. My earliest professional memories of this phenomenon dates to my time as a junior faculty member. My electrical and computer engineering colleagues and I would spend a considerable amount of time during our lunch breaks talking about how the chemical engineers were slackers. But back to the issue of containing costs, we also need to carefully manage our infrastructure investments and space utilization. The fact is that as we face reductions in state funding and cuts to funds earmarked for student financial aid, prudent financial management is, of course, more crucial than ever. So clearly, and I think this is the main point of why we need to have this sort of focus and attention this year, from responding to annual budgetary conditions to a sort of a more strategic, longer-term financial plan. is that the financial health of NAU is not solely about balancing budgets year to year, it's about making strategic decisions that position us well for the long term. By focusing on these key areas, NAU will remain strong, vibrant institution capable of delivering on its mission for years to come. It's kind of a downer. But remember what I said earlier. We have the strongest financial position in our history. This is the time to make sure we keep it that way. In fact, our financial position right now, when you scale it to be of the size of the institution in this state that has been #1 in innovation for 35 years, is better. Our position is better. And we want to keep it that way. So in closing, whether it's guiding a cow down the stairs of Old Main in the early 1900s or grappling with the ethical and practical implications of AI in the 21st century, the essence of our challenge remains the same: to approach each obstacle with creativity, persistence, and a shared sense of purpose. All hands on deck. And accountability. We must be accountable to each other. And as I said before, I am uber confident and full of swagger that together we will meet the challenges of our time, in no small part because we're not weighed down by a chemical engineering department. It was rough. Nothing against chemical engineers, by the way. Together, we will reach higher and deliver on our most noble vision for this institution we hold so dear. Together, we will realize our vision of becoming the nation's preeminent engine of opportunity, vehicle of economic mobility, and driver of social impact by delivering equitable post-secondary value to the people of Arizona and beyond. Together, we will position our university well for a successful fifth era of impact and innovation, 2021 to 2050, and our students for careers of consequence and lives of purpose. A year ago, I charged our community to commit to delivering a relentless welcome and power our students' academic momentum. A year later, we are here celebrating meaningful gains in our retention rates and in our graduation rates. Today, I charge us to further this work and meet the challenge of the moment through a strategic finance lens, sharpening our focus, investing in impact, raising revenue, and containing costs. I have every confidence that a year from now we will have much to celebrate. To fuel our path forward, let's end here today with a loud and energetic Go Jacks on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Go Jacks! Thank you so much. Have a great academic year.